to go ahead and bring those items indoors. And of course, you have a severe weather plan just in case severe weather rolls through your area, whether you're at home, you're at work. Hopefully you won't be driving whenever the main line of thunderstorms passes through. Which leads me to my next point. Significant hail is now been updated. It is not in the forecast for us anymore, which is definitely good news. However, we still could see some hailstones upwards of an inch in diameter, potentially even larger at times associated with the front that passes through. But it now looks like that significant hail threat's further off to the south and west of the Metroplex into the big country today. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. our far northwestern counties are anticipating that threat for severe weather. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. across the Metroplex, so that's right into your afternoon commute or lunchtime hour. Make sure, again, you're keeping your eye to the sky and you have a severe weather awareness plan, especially at work. Again, a sturdy building in an interior room away from any windows and doors is going to be the best place to be if there's severe thunderstorms in your area. Then far eastern counties, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight. Now, lingering rain and shower activity will still remain a possibility, so just a heads up there. We'll continue to watch that even into the overnight through the early morning commute for tomorrow. Maybe some sprinkles lingering for tomorrow morning's commute. Satellite radar data, again, I'm showing you a decent cloud deck that's moving across a good chunk of North Texas. So this may help inhibit the severe weather later on today because we're not seeing that clearing. The atmosphere isn't worked over by any means, but we're not seeing that sunshine, heat, and radiation that can fuel these thunderstorms, which is definitely some good news. Starting to pick up on a few sprinkles, especially for southeastern counties over towards Athens. Corsicana might be getting a little bit of light rainfall over to Kaufman County, starting to get a couple sprinkles into your vicinity, and then line that kind of flared up overnight is moving into portions of Palo Pinto, into Stevens, Jack, Wise, Montague, and headed towards Cook County at the current moment. But again, nothing severe with those storms that are flaring up right now. They just got some lightning associated with them, so just make sure you're headed indoors if you are in this general vicinity, including Jacksboro, Bowie, up to the north along the Red River, headed to the I-35 corridor in Cook County. Now, these storms will continue to push off to the east today. Flaring up, they could be strong, especially if we see some clearing ahead, meaning we see some sunshine ahead of these storms and they tap into that. That could really fuel these rumbles of thunder into your 10 a.m. hour, likely to move across portions of the Metroplex and for our northern counties pretty much to the north of the I-20 and I-30 corridors. Then the frontal system starts to tap into all this activity and creates more of a linear threat, meaning gusty winds will now be the primary concern. Moving into that 2 p.m. hour, still a decent amount of rainfall lingering across the Metroplex, but everything's starting to shift off further to the east. Looks like this frontal system will be slow moving, meaning training showers and storms will be probable. So even through your afternoon and evening commute, more heavy rain will be felt and the potential for additional flooding concerns here across North Texas. Again, don't take this forecast model as this is definitely happening. It is a good indication of what will probably happen in the future. So again, more widespread showers and storms expected around your afternoon and evening commute. Likely to clear things up into the overnight. Still some spotty showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Tomorrow morning, you're waking up to maybe some drizzle here across North Texas. Your morning commute may be impacted just due to light to moderate rainfall. Then we start to see more rain opportunities back into the forecast for your Wednesday and Thursday time period. But look, we hold on to daily rain shower opportunities through the rest of this week into the weekend and even the next week. So it will be an active forecast here across North Texas. We'll definitely be adding on to the already full rain bucket here across the Metroplex, but it's our eastern counties that will get a very hefty load of rainfall. You can see our forecast model showing through Sunday anywhere from 2 to 5 inches for the eastern counties and portions of North Texas. 1 to 2 inches anywhere shaded in blue and purple 2 to 5 anywhere in red and yellow. Good accumulation totals, which will be great, especially for those eastern areas over towards Tyler, Mineola, the Arklatex under that extreme drought, and those are drought-stricken areas. So if we get 5 inches in those spots, it could help significantly with the ongoing drought. And then an additional inch or 2 in places like Cleburne, Kaufman, McKinney, up to Gainesville and Bowie. It could be drought busting, this rainfall for this week. Definitely great news. Hopefully we'll get that hefty rain and we'll hold on to it through the rest of the week, and it'll dump in those areas. As of right now, it's 79 degrees. Good morning to you, Dallas-Fort Worth. Winds from the southeast. They're sustained at 15 miles per hour, but it's a little gusty. We're seeing gusts upwards of around 20 to 25 miles per hour. You can see for miles, pressure right now is 29.89 inches per mercury. Humidity is 82% and dew point temperature is 73 degrees. Notice that the feels like value is 82 degrees, which is 3 degrees warmer than what the temperature is out there. What that signifies is that since we have a lot of humidity, temperatures are warm, the humidity and the moisture in the atmosphere is making it feel even warmer than it actually is outside. So the heat index value will play a factor until that frontal system swings through. It's looking like that frontal system will swing through a little bit later into the afternoon. And once it does, then we'll finally start to see cooler conditions. How hot will we get today? Well, it's dependent on when the frontal system swings through and whether you see rain or not. Rain, cooled air will definitely cool you down several degrees. So some of us may be getting into the mid 80s south of I-20 today, and then some of us may just reach 80 degrees or may reach into the upper 70s today. It's all dependent on if we see rain and if we get that frontal system swinging through. Average high for this time of the year is around 85 degrees, and then later on tonight the sun sets at 8:23 p.m., but it will be a very cloudy and soupy day here across North Texas. That's why we've issued a first alert weather day. Again, we have the potential for severe weather. Mostly cloudy skies and the chance of rain will stay in the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, all the way through the weekend and into the next week. Looks like temperatures are consistently staying in the low 80s over the next 7 days, so something to look forward to if you like just some cozy rainy weather. It's definitely going to be one of those weekends, and unfortunately Monday is Memorial Day, so if you had any plans to maybe get out on the boat or go to the pool, it's not looking like the weekend for it, unfortunately. But hey, who's to say you can't go out there until you hear thunder or see rain or see lightning? Just remember, if there is thunder or if there's lightning nearby, you need to make sure you head indoors with the kiddos. Not going to be a good idea to head out and about in those areas if you're seeing lightning or hearing that thunder. Let's get another check on the radar. Across the Metroplex, we're dry, but we're starting to see a couple of spotty rumbles of thunder and showers flare up into our northwestern counties. Looks like Breckenridge is getting a little bit of activity. That's over towards Stevens County there. Very far northern corner. It looks like PK, Lake PK is getting some showers. Over towards Jack County, just some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. And then the strongest activity is flaring up over here into Montague and Cook County. Just looks like some lightning, and I am spotting maybe a very small hail core, but if we look at the vertical integrated liquid, it's not indicating anything, so it might just be because we're a little further off away from this radar site. I'll back it up just a little bit further and let's track where the actual system is. I'll turn on our composite radar, which is just an accumulation of all the different radar sites. So it doesn't give the best resolution, but what it does give us is a good indication on where our storage system is lying at the moment. I'll go ahead and play this and see if we can see where the low pressure system is. I believe the low is over towards central Missouri and that general vicinity, and then the trailing frontal system is behind it. So I'll go ahead and draw that for you. Here's the frontal system that's moving to the south and to the east. Anywho, we're going to continue to monitor the system as it continues to move through the area. We're starting to pick up on a few showers and storms, especially for our northwestern counties. But as these storms continue to progress off to the east today, we will be keeping you up to date with all the latest activity as it moves through. So just keep that in mind and make sure you're staying tuned here at CBS News Texas. We will have another update coming up in about an hour at 9 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Be sure to tune in and tune in to our 11 a.m. newscast. We will be back. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Tuesday morning.